Well, we've got this thing back from Oklahoma, and we've got a very short amount of time to get it ready before my daughter gives it to my son-in-law for their anniversary. So let's get this thing cleaned up. We're going to start with the interior, and again, we're not trying to make a show truck out of this, but we do want to get it nice looking as we can. So probably a good vacuum and shampoo those carpets. Just get rid of any debris that we find. Not a lot we can do about this, but there's some stains and stuff in the seat, so maybe we can get some of that out and get this thing looking as nice as we can. Let's get started with just take everything out and give it a good vacuum, and we'll see where we go from there. Well, after about 5 minutes worth of vacuuming, that is at least an improvement. You got a lot of dog hair and stuff in here. I would always suggest, if you're going to have a dog in your truck, get a dog that matches your interior. That way the hair's not so much of a problem. Let's go get maybe a lint roller and see what we can do. Well, I have to say the lint roller doesn't work at all. We're going to have to try a brush or something. All right, so the lint roller does not work. So I went in the house and I got this thing we use to groom our dogs. Hopefully you can see that. It's called a Furminator. The dogs hate it, so it probably works. Wow. Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have a solution here. So just get yourself a Furminator and you can drag it over your carpets, and it is getting, well, I'll bring the camera over in a minute. It looks good. Well, after about just 7 or 8 minutes, I'd say, of Furminating this side of the truck, that is 99% clear of dog hair. We'll leave the other 1% for my son-in-law, but I really do like this tool. Plus, it's yellow, just like the truck, so obviously it was meant to be. So we're going to go ahead and clean these pedals up and try to get the mud off this, and then we're going to shampoo this carpet for a deep cleaning. To get these vinyl parts clean, I'm just going to use some of this glass cleaner, which I found works on a lot more than just glass. So we're just going to spray a coating on the pedals and on this pad here. A nice thick coat, let it soak in. Might as well do this side panel while we're down here. Give that about 5 minutes, let the foam all soak in. We're going to give it a scrub with this brush and then wipe it down and put some kind of shine on there. That should be good enough for that spot. Well, all the dry dirt from the pedals is all over my carpet now, but we're going to be shampooing that next. So we'll vacuum it one more time before we're finished and move on to that carpet. If you really want to get your pedals looking nice, you're going to have to get in these grooves with one of these little brass wire brushes. It won't really damage the rubber on the pedal, but it will get in there and get the stuff out that's in between. Better than it was. Can't do the pedal with one hand and hold a camera, but you get the idea. Actually, I think first would be a better idea to go ahead and let's get this carpet shampooed. So when this thing is turned on, water shoots out of there. There's a little bit. This is an attachment on our home carpet shampooer. We've got 2 dogs and a cat, and it just seemed like a good idea. But it's got this attachment that hooks onto the shampoo unit itself. Pretty handy. If you don't have one of those, no big deal. You just get a can of carpet shampoo and a brush and vacuum it up as you go. I got the brightness turned up pretty good on the camera here, as you can tell, but it did really well with the shampooing, so I'm happy with that. We got almost all the dog hair, most of the dirt. Let's take care of our dashboard now. This dashboard actually has a plastic cover over the original one, because by this time all of these have pretty much destroyed themselves, or they're cracked and whatnot. But all we're going to need to do here is just get some of that glass cleaner and spray it everywhere. let it sit, and then get a clean cloth and give everything a good dusting off. Yeah, pretty much like that. We're just going to let it sit. Do some wiping in a minute. So with basically just a dusting off, that does look way better. The gauges now have a little bit of a shine to them instead of a film of dirt. And we pretty much did the same thing. I've got the door panel soaking here. We're going to do that. And then you're going to want to finish this off with some kind of a detailing product. I like this natural finish detailer. It's really low gloss. It doesn't have an in-your-face kind of a shine. Just spray a little bit of that on or on a rag and wipe it down, and we'll do that next. So that detailing spray does help even things out there on these vinyl and plastic surfaces. The door panel looks better, but it's about 9 different shades of black with 3 shades of saddle showing through, and I just don't know that there's much we're going to be able to do for that. Last thing we're going to do on the doorway here is something you usually don't think about is on your car door jambs or your truck catches a lot of dirt. So it's just one of those areas after you clean it, just kind of gives you the difference between a dirty feeling truck and a clean truck. Let's see what we can do there. So to do these door jambs, especially if they're really bad, I normally don't suggest you steel wool your paint, but just got a little bit of dishwashing liquid here and some water, and it's going to be a pretty effective way to get these things cleaned off. Again, if you got an older vehicle, not a show car, and you're having trouble getting it clean, steel wool can be your best friend. I'll put the camera down and get the rest of this done, and we'll come back and take a look. Well, we have gotten this part done right here, so you can tell, as opposed to the side that hasn't been done, that the side that is done does look considerably nicer. So we'll kind of keep working our way down this door jamb and then work over to this door here. I just went ahead and sprayed the inside of that jamb and hinges with a generous dose of the glass cleaner that we talked about earlier. We'll let that soak a minute and see how that turns out. Well, I used not only the glass cleaner, but also some of the steel wool. That looks a lot better than it did. So the job from here is basically gonna, you can tell where I stopped. We'll just keep working our way around this door until we run out of dirt or energy and move on. Well, it's a lot better than it was. Kind of just gives it a little bit more of that taken care of impression. Not a lot, just a little. One of our last areas we'll address is go ahead and clean the fabric seats here. So you can get a fabric seat cleaner. I'm going to go ahead and use that carpet shampooer that I've already got set up, but if you don't have one, you can just spray some cleaner on there and get a soft bristle brush or a cloth. May have to go over spots several times. We'll see if we can get, we've got 3 or 4 here we're going to try to get out, but we'll go ahead and get started on that. Well, while that seat's drying, we will go ahead and see if we can make this floor mat somewhat black looking again. Just going to spray some cleaner on there and let it soak, and then give it a scrub and hose it off. Well, that looks about 150% better. Now, with all the mud off of it and everything, that floor mat was our last step. Now let's move on to my favorite part, the paint.